like food for your ears.
Boy, that sure sounds good.
What's up, guys? Dan and Dan here from Shitrh. Welcome to our weekly podcast, and if you're watching on YouTube, watch the video. Ooh, we've got Alan from Alan and the Atoms here today. Welcome, Alan.
Welcome, how you doing?
How you doing, fella? All right, Dan. So, before we start, what's going on for the first little bit we're doing here? We're going to do an interview. We're going to do a
interview hour. We'll see what's going on this year.
What's going on, yeah.
I'm intrigued myself.
Okay, right. So, Al. Okay, so I hope you're comfortable there, Al, because we're gonna interrogate you a little bit here now, guys. Right. So, not that we've got the money, but if we had, we'd give it to you. But if you had 100 million to spend on your band, how would you spend it?
100 million?
Yeah, it's quite a lot of money.
That's not £100, that's 100 million.
100 million, yeah. A big difference there, yeah.
I think, first of all, me and the guys would go down to Mackie D's to talk about it and what we would do with the money.
Right.
Firstly, we would...
over a Happy Meal.
We would invest in a lot of studio and film work, and we'd be helping other bands, other stars. It's something that we all love doing. It's something that especially these guys are good at. So I think that would be one of the things. Obviously, we'd all have reasonable sized homes and...
As you do, yeah.
As you do, yeah. But yes, I think a lot of that would go to some good use, especially in the music and film sort of industry, especially for the people down our end who don't really get so much of a chance. And things are changing now. Hopefully, people are getting a chance, and there's a lot of talent that can be seen out there. So that's sort of the rough answer on
right,
that.
okay, well that's brilliant. Yeah, nice one. Yeah,
Sounds our record label to me.
Yeah. Yeah, you could be. Okay, so obviously with gigs being cancelled and that due to COVID, we're getting back to some sort of normality. What's the most important thing you've learnt from gigging, and what was your gigs like before and after you learnt?
There's several things with gigging that I've found with the sort of band that we've got. First of all, it's mostly about dance, because people love to dance. Many genres do not have the dance thing going on. Rock and roll does, and it's quite nice because it's a mixture of young people and extremely old people like myself and several others.
But you call this old? You call this old now? Not that old.
Maybe a bit younger than myself.
You've got a grey beard, guys.
Yeah, I know. I'm starting to get. Only joking, mate.
No. So
yeah.
that's one of the things that we we are looking for. What was the question you did ask me? What
was the question? You lost it. You've had a senior moment. No, what was the most important thing you've learnt from gigging? So, and then obviously, what were your gigs like before you learnt that sort of?
Well, the gigs before, obviously prior to the lockdown, were they were great. They was good. But with lockdown, it's brought a unity with all the people within the music scene to come together. And they've done live streams, they've done all sorts of things, playing in the open. Everyone's tried their best to entertain and keep people happy, which I think tells you a lot about the people who are in this sort of scene and other scenes. It's like a community. So I think COVID, although it's really bad what it's done, it has also brought out the good side in people, whereas it brings people together through music and things like that. And this is what we've found, and maybe something that's worth carrying on after COVID.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, like I say, last year or so has been bad for everyone, really, and like I say, so hopefully this year will be a lot better.
Definitely.
Okay. So have you got some stuff in the pipeline for this year?
We have got some stuff in the pipeline. Hopefully after COVID, we will be. We've got about 8 or 9 gigs booked in already. So,
blimey, that's a good start.
So if anyone wants to book any more, you need to be getting in the calendar now. We've got some shows as well we'll be doing, which will be not just the average gig, it will be a proper show. So that will be fun, and that will involve the people around us as well. So it's not just about the band, it's about the people who come to see us. So, but you know, people will be seeing more about this as time goes on. Short term, for say next week, April the 12th, there is a good friend of everyone's in the industry, as it were, Jimmy White, is doing a support the local bands show.
Is that Jimmy White, the snooker player? Or?
No, he's not a snooker player. I think he's been snookered on several
occasions.
Right. But that's another story. But, he does a lot for a lot of people. He tries to keep the music out there. And he's a great guy, and he helps a lot of bands. And they will be playing bands from their albums. People like the Rockatoons, the Sunrays, Julie Jive, the Cool Cats, Blazing Aces, Rockhouse, the Roosters, Greggy G, and of course the amazing Alan and the Atoms.
Oh well, yeah, of course, can't forget yourself there, Al. Big up yourself there.
Big clap for Jimmy White.
Big clap for Jimmy White, yeah.
Jimmy, keep it up. Well done.
Golf clap. Okay, so is there anything to improve as an artist? Like, if there was anything that you could improve, what would you do? Like, as an artist in yourself and the band.
Well, first of all, I would invest in a hat that doesn't make my head
nice loose on the fedora there. That's an unusual one, but yeah, you know.
I just hope to push forward really with the music and keeping everyone happy. We enjoy it. For us, it's not about the money. It's about getting out there playing, making people go, "Wow, that's what a good time we're having here," and sharing it. It's not about egos. It's all about everyone having
a good time and sharing. Yeah, no, that's brilliant.
And for me, it's great to be with proper musicians who know what they're doing.
Yeah, well, yeah. Don't know where they are then, Dan. Not you.
They're gone for a tea break now.
Okay, so if you could remove all your barriers and constraints, what lineup would you have?
What lineup?
Yeah, what sort of lineup would you have?
As musical instruments or
musical instruments.
Musical instruments, yeah.
I would say pretty much what we've got now. Maybe when we're doing the bigger shows, maybe have some brass backing and maybe a few strings. Try and do a few unusual things. Keep it rock and roll. But there's times when you can sort of drift to one side, take the rock and roll with you, and you can be a bit inventive. Maybe do something more of a show type. But then there's nothing better than going down the local club and put some good heavy rock and roll on and bopping. So it's a mix. It really is a mix. So I would just expand on what we're doing already. One idea I was speaking to Dan about was maybe one gig if we have a 70s theme, we can play all our good old rock and roll staples, but we can also chuck in a few 1970s rock and roll numbers. You know, like and people may cringe, but people like Shitrh, Waddy,
Waddy.
Maybe a few like that with just a bit of dressing up, just for a bit of fun, just so that everyone can enjoy it. Because remember, music is about having a good time and fun and making you feel good. It's not about being pretentious. It's about enjoying it and sharing it.
Well, that's good. Yeah, no, that sounds like a good lineup you could have there. Okay, so what's the best compliment you've ever received in Alan? Have you received any good compliments recently or lately?
Compliments?
Good, bad, whatever, you know.
Probably the most recent was that, no, your bum don't look like that. But I have had previous comments of, recently we've just done a couple of Billy Fury numbers, and I'm not exactly Tom Jones, but we all try to work hard at it. And a few people have said, that's really nice what I've done on the Billy Fury side. So I'm hoping to do maybe a few more smooth numbers, but then also I can still growl out there with the worst of them. So, that's nice to hear, and it just makes you want to try harder to go up from there,
Brilliant, okay. And a bit of an odd question, but how would your parents describe your band if they're still with us?
They are still with us, and they can just hear. But yes, they love what we're doing because obviously they see me and my buddies having a real good time,
and they support you in all that.
Of course they do. Yeah. Putting age aside,
as they do. Good up parents out there. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so finally, if you could have dinner with any three people who inspired you as a musician, dead or alive, present, past, whatever, who would it be and why? So three musicians or artists or people that have inspired you. It doesn't necessarily have to be, it could be an actor, it could be any three people that's inspired you for what you've been doing. Who you could have dinner with them for one night. Who would it be and why? Give us a little insight on that.
One of them would have to be Gene Vincent, because the guy's music it's not just great, but the guy's music actually oozes sexual rock and roll. It's got a feel to it, and the guy's got charisma that burns. And this is, back in the day, this was not so much his musical abilities, more his he used to smoulder basically, and people would go and watch him, and he would sing a song in such a way that people knew what he was singing about, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So for me, that's really clever. Really, that's above and beyond musicianship. So yes, I'd say Jerry. Where am I? Gene Vincent.
Gene Vincent. Okay, yeah.
Lost all your credibility out. It went from Gene Vincent to the Spice Girls.
Yeah, that's the next step. I would have to say.
He's going off track now. He's going off track. Come on, calm down.
I'm in the corner now. Yeah, I think another band that I've also really quite enjoyed in this genre, I would say, would have to be.
Trying to get the word in. Waddy.
It's a 70s band. It's a glam band actually. I quite like, called Sweet. And
Sweet.
Although they're not pure rock and roll, it was through my grown-up years, and they inspired me because they thought, we don't care what we look like. We may look silly, but we're going to dress up, we're going to perform, we're going to entertain. So for me, although everyone knew that they looked like a load of builders in drag, you know what? They went out there and they entertained. So, and the music was quite good as well. It was of the time.
Sounds like a good image.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, that cross-dressing image. Which,
it does. It does. You know, it happens. That's another story. That one.
Yeah.
Okay, and then anyone else?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. And I mean, if I can think of maybe a film star just to finish it off, that would probably.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I would have to say someone who's got charisma, someone who's again not drop dead gorgeous, but he's got personality. Someone like Johnny Depp. He looks like he needs a good bar of soap rap, but actually the guy oozes, a bit like Gene Vincent, he oozes charisma and sort of sexual power, but not in a bad way.
Well,
he's got that feeling about him where women will prefer that than the Brad Pitt thing. And for them,
generally,
the guy's got a character and he makes you laugh. It's of that sort of.
Well, he's played a few good characters, hasn't he? Willy Wonka, Jack Sparrow, and Wonka, yeah, Willy Wonka. But so what sort of meal would you have then? What would it be like? Three course meal, dessert.
I think it would have to be something a little bit spicy, because.
Like a bit of spice it up a bit.
Spice, but not too filling, because I'd have to go on to the shorts after and chat with these three guys and talk to them about their ups and downs and any advice they might give. So obviously a nice small meal, spicy, but then a few drinks to get them plastered so they can tell me all their secrets, basically.
Well, that's the way you'd normally do it anyway, but that's it, normal. No, that's brilliant. All right, well, thanks Al, thanks for joining us today, and thanks for your insight on that, and good luck with the band for the future and all the gigs coming up. Have you got anything that you want to announce that's coming up this year, maybe?
This year, probably the biggest thing we've got will be the Christmas show, and it will be a Christmas show,
a proper Christmas show this time,
18th of December, so it's right on top of Christmas. It will be like Winter Wonderland, so you know, if you're not there, then you know you won't get that Christmas feeling. And for the ladies, there'll be plenty of Santa's knees to sit on. Believe me, there will be. There'll be such fun. There'll be props.
You got to do it properly, yeah.
Once you finish from there, Christmas would have ended. So come to the show because it will be good. And also look out for our promotional DVD that will be happening over the next 3 or 4 months, showing the different stuff we do, the way in which we entertain, and the way in which we can, you know, keep everyone happy on the dance floor. Oh,
brilliant. Okay, yeah, well, that sounds like a good extravaganza there. Yeah. Perfect for our podcast extravaganza there. So, thank you very much. And banter, banter. So, that was Alan from Alan and the Atoms. So, watch out for them at the Paddocks on the 18th of December. Obviously, hopefully, with the lockdown easy and everything, we can all get together again and have a bit of boogie-woogie and jive and dances. So, yeah, brilliant. Okay, Dan, so anything else you want to add, Dan?
We're getting ready to open up on the 12th. Let's actually get this moving today.
Yeah. So we've got. Well, okay. So from me, Tech Dan, Studio Dan, the two Dans, and Alan and the Atoms. Thanks, Al, for joining us today and giving up your time. And we'll see you again. If you're listening on the podcast, we'll do another one next week. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you click the like button and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And we'll see you again soon in another video. Shitrh for now.